TBI Uncovered, the platform that allows traumatic brain survivors, those with brain injuries, brain conditions, stroke survivors, the wheelchair community, organizations, anyone such as injuries, caregivers, and medical professionals, and like I said, anyone such as brain injuries, to share their stories, provide tips and resources to those affected. On today's episode, I have an organization, and I just discovered is also a survivor. So she has quite a lot going on. So I'm going to bring her in now. Hi, Tanya.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. This is so exciting. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for agreeing to it. So, since I newly discovered you're a survivor, also, we got to dive into that. But I just want to go and introduce yourself and tell us, how you're a survivor. So, tell us a little bit about yourself and your story, your survivor story, your story.
Oh, okay, great. Hello, everybody. My name is Tanya Gauthier. I am from Roselle, New Jersey. I am a survivor of severe traumatic brain injury. So my story is, like everyone's, really unique. I attended the United States Military Academy at West Point, and it was my junior year. And I was on my way back from the mall, back to school, where I was T-boned by an SUV. Wow. It was pretty bad. The jaws of life had to cut me out of my car. They actually medevaced me to the hospital. Wow. I was in a coma for 2 weeks. I was in ICU for months. Spent many months in the hospital. I was in outpatient recovery for 9 months, 8 hours a day. I was still fighting through all of that. Success story is that I was able to fight through that, return back to West Point, and graduate. So I am a proud veteran, none to say the least. And I have a crazy fight through my injury, through my recovery, and through reaching pinnacles of my success. So
yes, it's amazing. So amazing. And you see, you're rear-ended.
I was T-boned.
T-boned. So let's talk about me. I don't know what exactly is that. Is that like come from the side or something?
Yeah, he hit me. So I'm driving, and the driver hit me head on. So hit my side head on. So I came like it's hitting you like right there in your face. And so there's actually I have there's a plate here, screws here, another plate. I've had over 13 plastic surgeries on my face just to restore this. Yeah, I had like a facelift at age 22, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, I had a lot of work done here.
Wow. Wow. I can say as well. Thank God you're still here. So how does that tie in with your veteran life?
So it really motivates me and really keeps me going. Because 35% of all veterans have a brain injury. Wow. So it's crazy, but it ties me into the community because it just keeps me going, you know, and it just like making sure every veteran has their benefits of what they need, but also realize like it's okay, you know, because suicide rates are really high, especially in the brain injury community. Nobody really talks about that, but shining a light and understanding the struggle, giving people a voice, you know, with dealing with an invisible injury, it's harder because people can't see you and not understand. Brain injury survivors, we deal through a lot. We deal through headaches, through loss of coordination, through slower processing. People don't understand. There's some days where it's like, if I have a meeting or something in the afternoon, it's like, I can't process well right now. Like my brain really isn't working, you know? And so like, that is true. And that's a thing. You know, and so it leaves you disabled, and it's embarrassing sometimes because I always get like, oh, you look fine. Oh, you look fine. It's like, where do I go with that?
Yeah.
It's like, I appreciate it, but hey, I struggle every day just to walk, just to do things. Like your simplest actions are difficult. And it was so interesting. Like people tell me, so I live by myself, and people tell me like, oh, like you should be able to clean for yourself. You should do this. Like, why do you have all these services? It's like, no, I'm not lazy. No, I can't do things. It's like, I legitimately, it's hard. It's like, it's really hard. So you need services and you need help. And it's like, it's good to be in a community to know that you're not alone. And that's what I try to strive for and build a community. And when you asked me a question on how I deal with veterans and letting them know, again, that they're not alone, but also forming a community amongst ourselves. I was just featured at our state convention for the American Legion and the VFW, and that was amazing because so many veterans like, hey, I have this problem. I'm like, this is for real. No,
it's okay to talk about.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. It's okay to talk about, and it's okay to find somebody who's like you. And it's like, you look to your right and your left, it's like, hey, they're like me too. We're dealing with this.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited. I'll be speaking at many different American Legions and VFWs this upcoming year about this. And so I'm super excited to actually have an audience and to bring awareness amongst survivors and non-survivors, family and friends, and to shed different resources, because there's resources out there for us and there's things for us. We need to know about them and get involved and take part.
Absolutely. So how's your recovery journey been as far as like therapy, and did you ever have speech therapy or anything like that?
Yes. So I still go to therapy twice a week. Every week. It's been 12 years post my accident, and it just shows, there's never, it's like, it's a broken arm. Yeah. It's always going, and there's always something new and a different challenge that you're dealing with. And as your life changes, your career changes, your relationship changes, there's many different processes that you have to adapt to and grow to. And with your brain being injured, sometimes it can't do that. And so you need help. You need to continue to go to therapy. I go to therapy that helps me learn how to organize, helps me learn how to process better, process in a different speed, but still able to understand, dealing with all the brain fog and all the confusion. And it's like, hey, 1 + 1 does equal 2. It's like, it doesn't equal 3. It's like, Tanya, we can do this. So it helps me, give me motivation and gives me confidence. So dealing with that, and it's been a little bit of a roller coaster, again, as life changes and adapts, you have to change and adapt. But somebody with a brain injury, it's so much harder, because as soon as you were able to learn and feel comfortable with this one thing, and it's like, yes, I can process. It's like, wait a second, life is like, boom, slap in the face. Things are changing.
It's something else. It's something else for you to do.
Yeah. So it's great.
Wow, it is amazing. So how did TBI UnCredible form?
TBIncredible. So that is a great question. I'm super excited to talk about this. So before COVID, I was planning to do, so I love to work out. However, I have seizures when I work out, especially long periods of time. I attend 2 support groups, one civilian support group and one veteran support group. At my civilian support group, people were talking about their struggles of working out. This one young lady actually got kicked out of her gym because she was having seizures and they wouldn't allow her to be there. I'm grateful where I know my threshold, and I know, like, okay, maybe this, or I can't go to this day, or, or sometimes if I'm out in public, it's like, I know my threshold of when my seizures are coming, or it's just, not everybody's the same. Not everybody's the same.
Sure.
And it's really hard to work out. And so I wanted to create a space at a gym, and I was speaking to physical therapists who agreed to be at the gym on Saturday mornings and create a safe space for people with brain injuries to come and work out and to feel comfortable and have a registered doctor that's there for them. And I was going to create this program in the state. However, boom, pandemic comes and everything changes. And so I was just like, what else can I do for my community? Because I'm itching to do something for my community. So as I said, as I'm blessed that I can say I'm medically retired from the military. So I have my TRICARE insurance for the rest of my life, and which covers civilian doctors. So I have therapy uncovered for whenever I want it, which is why I attend twice a week. one thing that I noticed that was a complaint in my civilian support groups was that insurance companies will not cover occupational therapy, and like a certain level of occupational therapy, a certain level of speech therapy, and it was difficult for people to fight for that. And so I was like, how can I help? What can I do? So I wanted to create a program that offers free recreational therapy for brain injury survivors. And so I've talked to my occupational therapist, I've talked to my speech therapist, and so how to create a program. So I want to do it through arts because I love the arts. However, I can't draw, I can't paint, and I sure can't dance. So it's like, what can I do?
Yeah.
I love photography, and that's close to my heart. So I did it through photography. So then TBIncredible came. It's a play on words for To Be Incredible and TBI, traumatic brain injury. So because every brain injury survivor is incredible. So I was like, let's build on this for TBIncredible. Yeah. So we have the TBI in there. So what we do is we create a safe space for people to recover through photography. If you are a member, what does that mean? So what we offer is free photography workshops where we have licensed photographers that come. They're great photographers, and they're also veterans, and so which is super awesome.
Yes, that was special.
Yes. Yeah, and they give these amazing workshops. Whether you're a beginner with your iPhone or your Android, or you're advanced with your advanced camera, I mean, they're great, awesome workshops. So why is it important? Because you're learning a new skill. You're rebuilding your neuroplasticity. You're reconnecting your synaptic connections. You are working your brain on a different level because it requires such a focus.
And such a detail.
Yes, and such a detail that you are helping to exercise your brain to do this skill, which is important for your recovery. And so it almost like through this distraction of art, you're actually building and getting stronger and going forward. And now also a member of this group, as this program grows, there's going to be support group meetings once a month where there's going to be a picture theme. Let's say our first theme is morning glory, which is what motivates you to get up in the morning, because every day isn't the same. And I know myself, I battle with anxiety and depression, and there's many other brain injury survivors that don't have the best emotional support that's going on for them. So so what helps you on your hardest day? Get up in the morning. What inspires you? Capture a picture. Let's take a picture of that, and let's share that moment. And then here's the best part: when you capture the picture, let's use the skills that we learned in our workshop of learning how to take the picture, and let's critique it. It's like, hey, you did capture lighting there, or that was really good. Or hey, maybe if you take it at a slightly different angle, you can be able to focus more, do this better. Or if you were to center it a little better, whatever the skills are, whatever you're learning, I mean, let's take those and do that and capture the moment of what makes you feel good. So it inspires you, it keeps you going, and it builds your confidence, and it builds your self-assurance, and it helps you thrive.
I love that. That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
So have you always want to start an organization? Is that always been a thing for you? Or since you got injured, it just came about?
I knew I always wanted to be a boss. I mean, who doesn't want to work for themselves and do that? It's like I wanted to do something. It was, I would say it's been about 2 years. So I'm originally New Jerseyer, but I've moved from Jersey to different states, and I've just been young and moving and stuff. And since I've come back to New Jersey, it's like what I dug a little deeper into myself and accepted myself for being brain injured and being disabled, and stopped fighting it. It's like I fought it so much with myself, and it's like, yes, I'm normal, but there's not a real normal. It's like, sweetheart, you have limitations. Stop pushing it. Yeah, it's a new normal. Stop pushing yourself because you have different thresholds than everybody else. You have to work differently. You have to manage differently. You can't. Yeah, it's like you need more sleep. You need more rest. You need more breaks. You need this. And as I found myself and understood myself on a different level, that's when I wanted to be more of my community. That's when I attended support groups. And that's when I wanted I just had desire to be there for my fellow survivors.
Okay. And so photography helps you stay connected creatively.
Yes, definitely stay connected creatively.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it just, I mean, opens my mind, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It creates it. I mean, it just makes me think on a different level.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it definitely does. It changes my mood. Not only does it change my mood, it changes my mindset. It makes me focus better.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I look at something, it's like, ooh, how can I capture this? Or like there's light right there coming through, and I just like, that's perfect angle right there. That's good. So it's like it always keeps you in a certain thought, you know?
I love that. So, so what is the process to begin working with you as far as photography goes? So how would it? So I'm a survivor. So how would I get to work with you? What's the process like?
Great. So what you can do is like you can sign up on our website to be a part of our newsletter. Since you are not based in New Jersey, we have virtual photography workshops that we do. And so you have the ability to participate in our virtual photography workshop. Our last time, we have people from Toronto, Texas, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Florida, all dial into it. It was a great resource. So you can definitely attend one of our virtual ones. And once we have our support groups that's up and running, we could definitely, if you remember and you have a picture of this story, you'll have the ability, we'll have it posted online with everyone's permission, have it posted online. It's like, and people can critique like, Erica, this picture of yours definitely was at best angle. It was great. It was just, I mean, perfect. And so joining an online support group for that as well, that's coming up soon. And yeah, so just as a member right now, you can just get more information. We do a newsletter, quarterly newsletter, and so we send those out as well, keeping everybody updated with our achievements and everything that's going on. So yeah.
So describe a day. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. So you can check us out twice a week. We post. We post informational stories. Different things you can know, building awareness of brain injury. So we are advocates for that.
So I love that you said that. So I was like, can you describe a typical day? A typical day, like, so how often are these photography sessions? Are it certain days, certain times?
I like to hold them. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
So I like to hold them on Saturdays, and they're themed by the season. I had a fall photography workshop that was actually in person. I had a winter photography workshop that was actually virtual. The thing about my company is like we are still brand new. We started last August, and so we're still in our infancy phase stage, but we are getting there, and we are just looking to expand some more. So we are actually hosting our second annual in-person live fall photography workshop, where we are sponsored by Horizon Blue Cross and Blue Shield. And that's very exciting. We're having more insurance companies come out to support and to be there for brain injury survivors. Yeah, and so it's going to be great. It's going to be in the state of New Jersey, and looking to have as many survivors come out as we can.
Wow, that's amazing. So you got that sponsor. You said Amazon? Is that correct?
For the sponsor?
Yeah.
Horizon Blue Cross and Blue Shield.
Horizon. Okay, Horizon. I think Amazon. Horizon. I don't know how to sound like. I don't know what it sounds like.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. It's like hard for me to say blue for some reason. It's like blue comes out. Yeah. So looking to get more corporate sponsors and partnerships with other companies.
Definitely. So what is it? So do you teach survivors, or we said the other survivors or other veterans teach them? So what is it like from your end, looking at it? Like, what is it? How does that? Can you describe like how it looks to you? Like the I guess the environment, the feeling of the process of it. how does that feel to you? Knowing that you orchestrated that, you did that, you got this all together. How does it feel?
It's
Like,
it's amazing and it's chilling, and it's just like my last photography workshop, I definitely like shed some tears afterwards where people
oh,
came up to me and were just like, thank you so much for this.
yeah,
It was so great. It's like we came out of our house. People are nervous to leave to actually do things, to get new skills or new talents. So no, I see the question. Workshops are not only for veterans, they're for all survivors and family members of survivors. So we're encouraged to bring your community with you, because brain doesn't only affect the person, it affects their community.
Everybody.
It affects everybody. So it's open to the community. Thank you for that question. But yeah, it's so great to see it and to be there. It's crazy amount of planning to go to do this. I know this event because it's now sponsored, and I have to be, I'm very accountable, but now it's like minutely accountable, like you have to be like so crazy accountable. Yeah, of everything. And so it's great. It's interesting. So we are hiring, TBIncredible is hiring 3 interns this upcoming season. And I'm super excited to have a growing team, because it just shows after a year, this company is getting so much bigger that I need support and I can't do it by myself. So 3 interns. And so if you are interested, it will be under careers on the website starting next week. So applications are open, and it works remotely. So only one position is for the outreach coordinator, is not remote. So I encourage anybody, if you're interested in helping out the brain injury community and love to be a part of TBIncredible, please apply.
Yes. So you brought up the pandemic. So how has it affected survivors that you notice? Are they kind of like timid? Are they like kind of like, are they the same? Like what have you noticed how they are like conjuring together?
So I know that in the online community, it's strengthened us, I would say, because now we just have more time to venture out and find a community. As far as going out, and I'm taking this off of the fall photography workshop, where I had participants who were nervous of coming out, and everybody just saying, we just stay indoors because it's safer,
right?
And so having that feeling, and also because just even if it wasn't a pandemic, I find as brain injury survivors are just nervous of leaving their safe environment. So what I want for TBIncredible is to provide a space where people can feel safe to participate in, feel comfortable to come out and not be scared to learn something new that can help you. So, and I just find that just people are timid for that reason. Question for the website address, I'll include that in the chat. I do have that.
Let's see. You got to type it in?
Yes. It says private chat. Is this private chat or is this?
No, this to me.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, that's to me. You put it right here. I'm gonna copy and paste it.
Thank you very much.
Here it goes right there. Okay. Because Catherine asked that question. Okay, so you answered that. Okay, that's there. Great. So what other benefits are there to the photography? Is it only photography you're getting with survivors, or is there another element to it, or is this the only side for now?
So for now, I'm looking to grow this to be a little bit more. I'm looking to get to more creative writing behind it, because every picture, it tells a story.
Okay.
So I'm looking to have some creative writing behind it. Also to post that's be able to post and to share. Also have spoken word. I am a storyteller.
I love that.
And so, and I love that. And people, express it in different ways. Not everybody can take a picture or really wants to, but people having the voice to say something, say how you're feeling, express that. And so I love for it to grow into storytelling and creative writing.
I love that. I'm a creative writer myself, so I love the idea of it. Yes, I do filmmaking as well, but it's different. But definitely the writing space. I could definitely get with that. Definitely the writing space. So, are there any other upcoming events that you're having, or?
So Saturday, October 16th is our second annual fall photography workshop. That's the one I just said the Horizon Possible Show is going to be sponsoring. And so that's super exciting. And then after that, it's going to be the second annual winter virtual photography workshop. So that's going to happen after that. And I say that it's like you think winter is so far away, but you blink your eyes and it's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so that'll be the virtual one where everybody can, from all over the nation, can subscribe to and come out to for that. We'll log in for that. Right now, we're just continuing to build the website and have a space, online space. I know it's just creating a space